So I've just been cooking off some onions in some extra virgin olive oil. I've used a red onion here because I'm going to make a Moroccan chicken meatballs with a delicious rich tomato sauce and some quinoa. This is a really yummy recipe and it's been inspired by a Moroccan chicken tagine, but for the times when you don't have enough time to get a tagine together. So we're going to make the sauce first so that it has lots of time to simmer and all the spices and flavours can come together. I've got the onion, the extra virgin olive oil, the rich tomato sauce, beautiful Australian grown tomatoes into the pan. And to that we'll add our spices. I've got a ground cumin and ground cinnamon in there, as well as a little bit of chilli flakes. And we'll just go a little pinch of chilli for today. I like this one because you've got options, right? If you wanted to serve it up to the kids, just remove the chilli and it's an easy one. Then the nature of that beautiful sweetness in a traditional tagine comes from things like the fruits going in. I've got some raisins and also some dried apricots. I'm a mum, so there's always dried fruit in our house. And to add a little bit of extra sweetness, I'm going to add some honey. And that really does balance all the spices and that beautiful tomato flavour as well. And I love these tomatoes because the sauce is actually already really thick because it's a diced tomato with a tomato paste. So that makes it really easy to cook with and produce these beautiful, rich, thick sauces. So we'll mix our ingredients together, add a little bit of salt and pepper to season. So we'll let the tomato sauce simmer for about 30 to 40 minutes. And while that's happening, we're going to make our chicken meatballs. In the bowl, I've got some chicken mince, about 500 grams. And I'm going to add my favourite garlic and crack an egg in to help it bind. We also have a range of spices which make it quintessentially Moroccan tasting. So there's paprika, we have cumin, coriander and cinnamon. And I'll give that a little whisk at this stage just so the egg can break apart. And we'll chop our herbs into the dish as well. So I've got some fresh coriander and some fresh parsley. So you need about a few tablespoons in each part of the dish for the sauce as well as for the chicken mince. I really love using the stalks and the leaf when it comes to parsley and coriander. The stalks have so much flavour and I just don't think it's worth throwing them out and make the most of the plant itself. So a couple of tablespoons in with the chicken mix and let's get some into our sauce as well. A little bit of green in there. And our parsley as well. So again, stalks and leaf for the parsley. Parsley's really cool actually. If you ever have way too much garlic in a meal, then parsley can help neutralise the taste and also the smell of garlic on your breath. So that's my little hot tip. Just grab some, chew on it, and it actually helps to neutralise those sorts of strong flavours from a delicious meal in your mouth. There we go. So again, pop some parsley in our sauce. I'll give that a stir again in a minute. And then some parsley in with our chicken mix too. And then we'll add our almond meal to the chicken mix. And the almond meal is a really good one because it helps to bind the chicken meatballs, but it doesn't contain the gluten as a traditional breadcrumb does. So it's a good one if you have celiacs or people that are gluten intolerant. So now that we've got all the ingredients for the chicken balls in there, we get to do the messy fun part rolling, but I'll just give the sauce a little bit of a stir because we added in those extra fresh herbs. They really do so much for dishes. All right, let's get rolling. We're going to get about 12 balls out of this recipe, so good for a family of 4 or to serve 4 people. And I've got the oven cranking at 180 degrees, ready to pop the balls straight in. And have a little bowl of water on the side so you can wet your hands before rolling the balls. It just makes it just that little bit easier because it's less sticky. You take a good scoop and roll away. They don't need too much. They'll bind whilst they cook. And you can keep these as neat or as rough as you please. So I'll make the rest of these, get them onto the tray, pop a little bit of spray oil over the top so they get that lovely golden whilst they're baking, and then pop them in the 180 degree oven for about 20 minutes. So the chicken meatballs have cooked, they smell amazing, and in that time the sauce has had time to simmer, and I've made some quinoa. I cooked it with a vegetable stock because I just love how the vegetable stock flavours the quinoa as well. And then our meatballs over the top. Now it depends on how hungry you are. Let's go 4 today. And then our delicious, rich tomato sauce to finish. You can see all of those scrumptious fruits. They've soaked up all the spice, the sweet, the tomato. We'll get some of that over the top. And it's a great way to get lots of nutrition into your meals. Let's garnish it with some coriander, my favourite. A little bit of extra pepper. You could also add some extra chili flakes if you like. So there we go, Moroccan chicken meatballs, a rich tomato sauce served with quinoa. It smells amazing, it looks beautiful, and it's going to taste great.